Jamie Foxx experienced an intense health-related crisis that landed him in the clinic. I've had an episode of that, so when he was discussing you realize I went in for 2 pills. And 7 pills that is genuine goodness you gotta gum. Might you at any point kick the bucket from 49? The chuckling and delight of each and every family. Jamie Foxx is in a tough situation. The new occurrences, including him, have set media outlets into a stressed furor, yet the life bread he got while recording had numerous dreadful bits of gossip. Zooming around, some even state that the skilled superstar is in a fight with some mafia individuals. As staggering as it might sound, there isn't anything unthinkable in this sinister industry. We have all the quick and dirty subtleties of the occasions. So we should get into it. Eric Marlin-Dussin, mill operator, expertly as Jamie Foxx, has been hospitalized for obscure reasons. It seems as though our number one big name experienced stroke-like side effects. Yet nothing more has been delivered to the media. The reason, harm, and different subtleties are as yet unclear, even without the points of interest. The bits of gossip state that the crisis was serious. As per reports, Jane was in Atlanta, where he was recording his new film Back in Real Life with Cameron Diaz. His ailment was terrible, to such an extent that relatives flew from abroad to be with Jamie. It probably been what was going on for relatives to fly in from abroad. As per TMZ, the entertainer's non-attendance during the last state days of the film has placed the film's culmination in risk. Jamie Foxx's unexpected difficult sickness has makers scrambling on his film set. And then some in TMZ is getting clashing data about the film he was shooting back in real life. TMZ sources made sense of that the specialists have chosen to keep the entertainer at the clinic while they run tests and figure out what precisely befell him anyway. There are online bits of gossip that demonstrate Foxx experienced a stroke. It hasn't been affirmed by specialists or the family, yet we can all tell this is incredibly significant. Directly following the entertainer's extreme condition, fans stress that the movie would need to be finished with the assistance of props, cause the entertainer can't do so. Then twofold your clone seems to be the Jamie Foxx clone is good to go up and all set to complete Jamie's Back in Real Life film. Will the genuine Jamie Foxx at any point act again? Hashtag Jamie Foxx, hashtag TMZ. Yet this desperate circumstance is fairly dubious, considering the episodes that occurred in the range of the most recent couple of days. Things that went down on the set are sensational to the point that you could think it is a Hollywood content. Well, everything began when a swindler attempted to missile Jamie for a huge number of dollars. A representative on set of the film was supposedly terminated, and an examination was sent off after somebody asked Foxx for £33,000 in real money, which means around $35,000 for the day-to-day. Mail. The source stated that the staff member attempted to propose a Rolex watch as a feature of the arrangement. Foxx purportedly called the police on the worker. As though that was insufficient, a bomb was found where tricks were booked to be done. A source made sense of the creation, anticipated that the scene should go off with a bang, yet no one might have anticipated it would be generally wrecked by a bomb. A 24-meter hindrance was being raised into the waterway where the blast would happen. The bomb was accepted to be one of the unseen leftovers of the Second Great War. It appears as though misfortune has followed the movie since the shoot began. However, it doesn't end here. One more pseudo-bomb was set up by the entertainer, Cameron Diaz herself. She declared that she will be resigning in the future. After the film wrapped up, this large number of occasions would send anybody into the trauma center ward. On top of this, we as a whole realize that Jamie has been managing substance maltreatment for a long while the VIP has been exceptionally open about his emotional well-being issues. When we plump down with entertaining man Jamie Foxx, he shockingly uncovered his own involvement in a serious psychological breakdown. Like his companion, Kanye West, I realize Kanye don't come from an awful spot, right? And here's it. And when he discussed the medications, the psychological medications, all the additional pressure probably wrecked his generally delicate mental state yet. When James was struggling, he had his caring sister to deal with him. Yet again, sadly, his emotionally supportive network was obliterated when his stepsister Denver Dixon unfortunately died in an Instagram post. Jamie recollected his sister in cherishing words. "I realize she is in paradise, currently hitting the dance floor with her." Wanes on, however, my agony is unimaginable. I grin when I consider each of the extraordinary recollections that she left me yet. Before he lost himself in his despondency, Oprah Winfrey connected with him. She urged him to work and to be the legend in his own life. "So what you mean you realize?" She says you got a chance to accomplish something extraordinary. Stroll into the set of experiences books, and you're blowing it. And I really want to assist you with Oprah. Utilized her contacts and accumulated all the incomparable African-American entertainers in a spot and called Jamie Bear. Every one of them urged him to zero in on his vocation. So we go in the house, and there's this multitude of old entertainers, dark entertainers. From returning to the present, the brewers charge that James has gotten himself engaged with a few hazardous individuals. His life has been in peril. Since the shooting began, it is said that individuals were terminated left and right, with practically no clear explanation. There's a tad of investigation continuing, and individuals are attempting to say the Russian horde is involved. Like, what is happening? Great. As of late, Jamie Foxx additionally had a complete implosion while recording. As per the Country Factory, he terminated creation leaders on the grounds that their exhibition was not sufficient entertainer. Cameron Diaz has been marked discourteous subsequent to Drifter pioneer Jan Winter guaranteed that the entertainer once trusted a magazine staff member would get malignant growth, and there have been bits of hearsay about Cambering causing an aggravation on the set to the entertainer's terrible character. My play had an influence in James' complete implosion, on top of the relative multitude of things that have been occurring during the film shooting. To add to that, James has promised that he won't ever wed in view of his psychological dysfunction. Fans except it takes slices to just own it as a VIP and not put it on a lady. Basically, he recognizes and comprehends his mindsets and psychological wellness, gives enough to not have any desire to return that on a lady's. Most men would just put a lady through a lot of hardship, just to have one then not care about destroying her life. This makes sense of a ton about his drawn-out wedded forbearance. Great for you, James. I'd wish him only the best. Well, many individuals are uninformed that Jamie didn't begin substance maltreatment, wondering for no specific reason. When he was a college understudy, he went to a party where somebody slipped some PCP into his beverage. He shut down in a split second and was hurried to the clinic. Yet the nerve harm had been done. I was drinking bourbon, and it didn't taste interesting. So I had no clue. It required around 15 minutes. And I realized something was off. Face. I told my flatmate, something is continuing, and I don't have the foggiest idea what it is. Nevertheless, I will brave it. He was damaged and feared the dull for quite a while, yet his companion helped him through it. He remained at the emergency clinic with me. Then he returned me to the quarters, and I feared the dim, and he would converse with me consistently and quiet me down and say stuff like, "You're okay." The evil presences aren't genuine. He saved my life, however. Over 20 years had passed. The honor-winning entertainer uncovered that he actually has flashbacks. It seemed like my feelings of trepidation were all approaching genuine when I was going off the deep end. I set out to find out about PCP. After it happened, it avoids a unique finger impression, and you can't get it with regard to your framework. It happened to me when I was 18, and I hit 11 months of cruel flashbacks. And afterward, when I was 26, I had a flashback very much like that, and another when I was 32, and that was the final remaining one. Yet I generally stress over it returning. Yet fans have been supplicating difficult for the unbelievable big name to acquire well-being so they can partake in his astonishing acting. They accept that his health-related crisis is certainly because of the new distressing circumstances he has had to deal with, trusting he recuperates well. I want to believe that he doesn't rush yet takes as much time as necessary getting better sweet and complete his jobs well. Individuals in his position, in all actuality, do have a ton of strain to push and perform past their actual cutoff points. He is a human, not a machine. He has constraints like any other individual in any event. Considering what occurred with Jeremy R. and his snowmobile mishap, it shows the truth of how rapidly life can change in a moment. I petition God for harmony, rest, and rebuilding for JF. That is all there is to it for now, people. Until next time, farewell.